Welcome everybody who's joined so far. We're talking about how to resolve our conflicts in the relationships we have, especially if the relationship is really meaningful. And it doesn't mean because it's meaningful or because you love each other that you won't encounter conflicts. No, that's not what it is. As a matter of fact, the more love there is in the relationship, the more tested it becomes. That's why we need to learn how to resolve conflicts when they arise. I'll be the first to admit I hate conflicts. I really do. That's really me. I hate conflicts, but you know what I've realized? I've realized that in life you cannot avoid some conflicts. They're part of life. So that's why I'm learning as I speak with you, as I learn from you. I'm learning how to be a better conflict handler and not an avoider. Because avoiding them won't solve the problem. It won't solve the conflict. And many of us, we want to be peacemakers and avoid conflicts. And by all means, I'm not encouraging you, or I'm not saying that I'm making room for conflicts to come in my life. Heck no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that I have to acknowledge my flaws and where I have weaknesses and how to resolve those issues and how to learn how to resolve conflicts. So I'm admitting to my flaws so that I can work on them and change the things I can change. I'm always saying that the only person you can change is you, not the other person. We cannot change another person's behaviors, but we can work on ourselves to improve ourselves. Because, my friends, self-improvement is the best gift you can give to yourself. So share your perspectives. Share how you resolve conflicts in your relationships. How do you handle conflicts? How do you handle an argument, for example? Let me just share a few insights on conflict resolution. And like I said, by all means, this is not an exhaustive list. So keep sharing your perspectives and also your thoughts on how to resolve relationship issues. Number one is choose your battles. That's right. Not every conflict is worth your time and energy, and some issues are just meaningless to invest in. So use your free will to walk away when necessary, to walk away from a conflict situation that's meaningless to you. Evaluate the cost. What's the cost of handling or engaging in the conflict versus the cost of letting it slide, letting it go? Number two, think win-win. What that means? Think win-win in the conflict resolution because there are two, at least there are two or more involved in the conflict. So when solving a conflict with the other person, think how you can both win, not lose-win. Think how you can both win in the conflict resolution. Because if it's just one person, one side of the story, and you know, when there are more than one person in the equation, it won't solve the problem. So think win-win. How can we both win in this resolution, in this conflict, and become better conflict handlers? Number three, have empathy. Have empathy. Instead of focusing only on you winning the argument, your problem, have empathy for the other person. Because maybe you've handled conflicts before and you have a better handle on things you've already mastered than the other person. So have empathy and learn, let them learn as well from the situation. And number 4, make sure you're on the same page when it comes to the end result. Last month, we talked about forgiveness and the power of forgiving. So some people have been hurt, really hurt by someone else. And if you don't choose to let go and forgive, it will be difficult. So when you in the conflict, think what the end result is. What do you want the end to be? Choose a response instead of a reaction. What do you want the end to be? What do you want the other person to take away from the resolution? Make sure you want the same thing with the other person, because if you're not on the same page, you're going to be in different ways how you resolve the conflict, and then before you know, you've wasted your time, you've wasted your energy, you've wasted your money. Sometimes you hire somebody, maybe a marriage counselor, to help you resolve your marital issues. But if you're not on the same page with your partner or your spouse on the end result, then you're really not resolving the issue. You're not really resolving the marital issue. So have an end in mind and be on the same page. Be on the same page when it comes to resolving the problem and with the other person. Where are they in life? What do they want? Number 5 is resolve the conflicts in a timely manner. Now, I hear this all the time from other women who say that men and women don't resolve issues the same way. And somebody said that women, we tend to be peacemakers and, put our issues on what's bothering us on the back burner. But then it doesn't go away. It stays in our minds. And then 20 years later, you're talking about something that happened 20, 30 years later, and then your man might say, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I guess women have a good memory. Is it what it is? Anyway, but resolve the problem in a timely manner when it happens in the present. Because if you wait for much too long, other issues will add up on the problem, and then you'll be like, you blow up. You blow up one day in anger, you blow up in resentment, grudges, and backstabbing, and you act out and you don't know where it's coming from. It's probably coming from an issue that's in the past, that's in your past, that you didn't take time to resolve then, but you can still think and reflect and resolve it, and then dissociate, try to not link every issue that comes up to the same thing, because things are different, so you have to resolve it differently from where it came from. So let's not keep things bottled up. Instead, resolve the issue in a timely manner. The rule of thumb is don't compromise your values. That's not what I'm teaching. I'm teaching to rather keep your values. Your values are important. And decide if the issue is too important for you to ignore, then resolve it to the best of your abilities, and then take time to let it go, to forgive. That's when forgiveness comes in. And also take responsibility for your own actions. Take responsibility for your own actions. Let's see. Elva says, resolve issues in a timely manner when it happens in the present. Yes, in the present moment. Love this. Thank you, Elva. That's right. So if we resolve every issue as it comes up, we will not have this backlog of emotional burden. so we can let go, we can live our lives freely without any bondage. Because when we keep it bottled up, then we're not clear. It's, your mind is clogged up. That's why I always encourage people to journal. Write it in your journal, and then when you write it down, you kind of, disempower it. Disempower whatever issue it is, and then you see clearly how you can go about it, and how you can resolve it with the other person as well. Let them know where you are, and then ask them what they think. How can you both win? Like I said, think win-win. If you have any questions, please write them down, or write down your comments in the comments section. I'm keeping an eye on it as we go. And let me know what else. How else do you resolve your conflicts, your relationship conflicts? How do you go about it? Please share how you go about resolving your conflicts. And these nuggets of inspiration we're sharing, they can be applied to our personal relationships, our workplace relationships, our business relationships. There is no limit, because when you think win-win, you're also thinking how the other person can win in this business deal. For example, if it's a business deal you have conflicts about, there is no such thing as one winner and a loser in a conflict resolution. When one feels that they lost or they just won, that's not resolving. That's just creating more issues, basically. That's creating more problems. So what do you think? What do you think we can do to resolve relationship issues so that we can create a better world where we don't have to kill each other, where we don't have to stab on, backs of each other, where we can live joyfully, and we recognize our humanity. That's right, we're human. That's why these are human conditions. But we also have the power to resolve our conflicts. So share your conflict resolution strategies and insights. Let's see who else just joined us. Somebody just, Leonce. Yes, Leonce just joined us. Catherine, yes, Catherine also joined. Alain. Yeah, welcome everybody. If you're just joining, we're talking about conflict resolutions in our personal and even work relationships, and even apply it to our business relationships. Interpersonal relationship conflicts can arise to anybody in any way at any time. So how do you resolve those relationship conflicts? And I've shared already 5 insights on how you can go about resolving those relationships. And one of those is think win-win, and the other one is think with resolve it with an end in mind of the result you want in the end, and bring the other person in the equation. Because when there is a conflict, you don't bring you don't cause a conflict by yourself. It's usually with another person, or maybe more than one person. But the resolution must take place between you and the other person or the other people. So what do you think? How do you resolve your conflicts in your marriage, for example? In your friendships? When you have a conflict with your coworkers, how do you do it? That's what you were talking about. And if you have any questions or comments, just write it down. I will address it as we go. And if you don't have any more questions as well, I will let you know and what I'm working on these days. A few projects I've been working on lately. I don't know if you've seen some of the postings I did on Facebook. My book, A Hand to Hold, some of you have read it in the paperback. A Hand to Hold, it's a novel that I published 2 years ago. But now it's coming as an audiobook. So in a few weeks, I will share where you can find the audiobook. And I've been sharing some clips here and there to, to let you know what the book is about. And I wanted to let you know that the audiobook is coming up. I also launched an online class, an online course on evolving through adversity, because evolving through adversity is the theme I work under which I work, and whether with my first book, Evolving Through Adversity, or even with this novel, it's really an inspirational novel about how to evolve through the adversities in our lives. So I launched an online course on evolving through adversity, and I'd like to extend an invitation to you to sign up if you're interested. Just let me know. Email me at info@secondenimenya.com, info@secondenimenya.com, and I will let you know. I will send you the links, or you can even message me through Facebook. I will send you links where you can sign up before the course is, goes to full price. Right now, it's like something like 95% off right now. So I encourage you to sign up and go to the School of Life to learn the strategies, some of which I shared on, in this Facebook Live. But I have more strategies and best practices that I shared in the course, where you have the step-by-step guidance on how to evolve through the adversities in life. So let me know if you're interested. It's really a pleasure for me to always have this time to share these nuggets of inspiration with you. So make sure you subscribe on my YouTube channel to watch more of these nuggets of inspiration on the topic of evolving through adversity. Also, let me know if you need anything else. Let me know if this is helping you as well. Is this helping you? Is these pieces of insights helping you in your personal and professional life? Because that's really what I want to do. I want to inspire you on your life journey as well, so you can be the best you can be and learn the strategies on how to be the best version of yourself. If we don't have any more questions, we'll just end the broadcast, but you're more than welcome to keep sending your questions and comments. I will address them even after the live broadcast. Also, if you have any questions, email me. Go to my website, secondnimenya.com, and there is a contact form there that you can fill up, and let me know. Let me know how I can help you. Always remember that who you are matters. So take care of yourself. Thank you. See ya.